Hey guys, JazawaToad here, and excuse me, hit something in my throat. And welcome to SmackDown. This show is brought to you by Insomania Game, Fuse4 Network, and MuchGames.ca. And we have the debut of 3 wrestlers, all as one unit. But before we get to that, we're going to first introduce their opponents for this opening matchup. So with that said, please enjoy. So you have the industry, my guys, but against their opponents. And for this time, I'm going to introduce them one at a time, just so you know who's who in just a moment. So give us a moment. But anyway, the first guy that just entered DBZ times 4, that's Dragon Ball Z 4. Anyway, the man with that sign that says chemical waste or something like that, that is Exceeding Shadow, and then the big guy in the middle is JazawaToad. So what you have are the Sovereign LPers, a Let's Play group, kind of like Much Games Guides, as well as Fuse4 Network and Insomania before them. Or actually, you know what? Fuse4 as well as Much Games Guides came before them, but they came after. Yeah. They came before the Sovereign LPers did, and it was, but they came before Insomania Games. So, if anything, the Sovereign LPers, they have a 1-year advantage over us, at least on Insomania Game they do. But nonetheless, though, they are good friends of mine outside of the ring. Of course, once the bell rings, they're all business, and as they should. As this is going to be a 3-on-3 match. Now, there is one other member of the Sovereign LPers not in this match. You'll see him later on tonight in the show. But for now, we have 3 of the 4 members going up against 3 of the 5 members in the industry. So anyway, match underway as we have Jakoi against JazawaToad. Now, the Sovereign LPers do not have a leader, but if they did have one, it would be JazawaToad. If anything, because, well, they drew straws to see who would be the leader for this matchup. The leader for the other team was designated LPGrodus, largely because of his experience, or seniority, if you will. Of course, LPGrodus, as well as the Sovereign Let's Players, even before their debut here tonight, they are no strangers to each other. They are good friends outside of the ring, as I said before. But once the bell rings, it is all business. Alright, so now we have JazawaToad in the blue and green jacket. And, whoa! I'm surprised Jakoi, the guy in the red shirt and red kicks, I'm surprised Jakoi was able to lift him up. I mean, JazawaToad is like, what, 350 pounds? I mean, he's a pretty big guy himself. So for Jakoi to do that, I mean, but then again, he did that to the Big Show at the last Super Show. So to say that Jakoi is weak would definitely be untrue. Jakoi is really strong for his size, but of course, JazawaToad overpowers him this time, and wow, just using the knee to smash his head. Now, the way this match whoa, look at that left hand hook onto Jakoi. And then a knife edge chop to take down JazawaToad. But as I was just about to say, this is a 3-on-3 match. It's going to be working like Survivor Series rules. And if you don't know what that is, ooh, nice karate chop onto the back of the neck of JazawaToad. But anyway, it's 3-on-3, and the match continues until all members of a team have been eliminated, as JazawaToad hits another left hand onto Jakoi. Oh, but now Jakoi whips JazawaToad into the corner, but JazawaToad gets out of it. Whoa, nice hip toss onto JazawaToad. So far, JazawaToad has not looked any... so far, he has been a bit lethargic, but then again, it is his first match inside of a ring. I mean, he is taking on some big leaguers here. And speaking of big, he just used his big knee to squash the small head of Jakoi. And then a clothesline onto Jakoi, and just like that, JazawaToad takes control of this one. Let me set up here a little bit. And uh-oh, Jakoi is pissed. And just like that, wait a minute, a backflip, goes off the ropes, ducks a clothesline, and then a running elbow onto JazawaToad. And now, wait a minute, what's Jakoi doing? And now he's taking down that table, but why? I mean, he had JazawaToad right for the pickings, and he throws him over the top rope, and down goes JazawaToad. And now, what's Jakoi going to do? Nothing, as JazawaToad throws him down. Oh, but now Jakoi is in the wrong part of town, and... oh, and then a devastating back suplex onto Jakoi. Meanwhile, Zekrom gets a hold of him. Oh, and then rammed into the steps was Jakoi. Again, Jakoi was in the wrong part of town. Oh, but Jakoi fights back, though. Elbow right to the head of Dragon Ball Z. Or Assassin Volk, whatever you want to call him. Same guy, just different names, though. And now JazawaToad, who was getting dominated early by Jakoi, now is starting to get back onto Jakoi. Oh, and then rammed into the steps was Jakoi. Oh, now Jakoi is in deep trouble here. I mean, he's in the wrong part of town as he gets thrown back inside the ring. A stomp right to the gut of Jakoi, and now, yeah, he's going to bring Jakoi out. And a takedown onto JazawaToad. And meanwhile, it looks like Assassin Volk and Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball and LPGrodus, who has a new hairdo, let alone a new outfit, is fighting Dragon Ball Z. And now Shadow, Exceeding Shadow, who is basically a big fan of Shadow the Hedgehog. And now Shadow has been tagged in, Exceeding Shadow. And Zekrom takes down Shadow. And now Jakoi's going to go right after Shadow. Elbow right to the head of Shadow. All right, so now we have Shadow and Jakoi. And now let's see what Shadow is going to do here. And now he's just going to choke out Jakoi. Oh man, Jakoi is in deep trouble here. I mean, he's been getting beat on, and he's been in the match the whole way. But now whipped into the corner. Nope, countered by Shadow. Oh, a tribute to LPGrodus, a leapfrog. But of course, no one can ever do it as good as LPGrodus, of course. And now he tags in Zekrom, and now let's see how Zekrom does against Shadow. Now Shadow got double teamed with that whip into the corner. And now thrown over the top rope is Shadow. And now it's Shadow who's in the wrong part of town now. Whipped into the barricade is Zekrom. And then whipped into the steps was Zekrom. And whipped into the steps again is Zekrom. And whipped into the ring is Shadow, and now... Oh, and then JazawaToad just got rammed into the steps. Okay, now Zekrom and Shadow are both back inside. I mean, they look like twins, but believe me, they are not twins. It's just that, you know, Shadow is just a little bit taller than Zekrom and a little bit bigger, but nonetheless, they're more or less the same size. And thrown back in the ring is Zekrom. Elbow right to the head of Zekrom. Oh, a clothesline on a Shadow. Then a counter. And LPGrodus is in the ring for some odd reason. Okay, well, at least Grodus got out of the ring, and now Shadow is on the floor again. And usually whenever the combatants are on the outside, it just becomes much more difficult to keep track of. And then whipped into the table. And now LPGrodus gets a hold of him. And Shadow ricochets off the steps, off the post. And Zekrom is just running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Okay, there we go. Okay, now Zekrom is in the ring. Well, and Dragon Ball was in the ring as well, but... Oh, now going for the legs is Zekrom, and that's a good idea. If you can take out the legs of Shadow, you definitely have an advantage over him. And taken down to the floor is Shadow, but also in the wrong part of town is Zekrom. You better be careful there. Thrown back inside the ring is Zekrom. And LPGrodus from behind throws Shadow into the ring. Oh, and then a big boot onto Shadow's head. And Dragon Ball throws him back in the ring and gives him an elbow. And what is Shadow doing? Now he whips him into the corner. Oh boy, I do not like where this is going here. Nope. Zekrom got down just before anything else could happen. And then a suplex, a back suplex onto Shadow. Thrown over the top rope again is Shadow. And down goes Shadow. And now whipped into the wrong part of town for Shadow. And now whipped into the barricade. I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen here, but... Oh, and then a spear right through the barricade is Shadow, thanks to Zekrom. And Zekrom going to go right back inside the ring. And now let's see, what is Jakoi going to do here? Whipped into the whipped into the post, I should say, excuse me. And Shadow, barely beats the 10 count. And then a facebuster knee onto Shadow. And then a stomp right to the gut of Shadow. And Shadow is pissed. Now whipped into the corner is Zekrom. A body splash, snake eyes, and then a big boot. Then a leg drop a la Hulk Hogan. And is that it? 1. No, kick out by Zekrom. So far the only people that haven't been, wait a minute. Nope, not even a 1 count. The only people that have not been in the ring yet is LPGrodus, as you see on the apron, as well as Dragon Ball Z X4. And now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's going to go for it. The crowning achievement. The crowning achievement, and that busted him open. Now Shadow's in deep trouble. 1, 2. He got it. So Zekrom has beaten exceeding Shadow, and now, just like that, Dragon Ball Z is going to try to finish off Zekrom, but that might be a little bit, well, I don't know. I mean, they got to do something here, because they're now down 2 men to 3, and now he's just going to go and beat the crap out of Zekrom. Of course, that's easier said than done. And then an atomic drop onto Zekrom. Ooh, a nice forearm onto Dragon Ball. And now let's see. Now he tags back in Jakoi. A snapmare. A neck snap. And an elbow drop. What the hell? Okay, that kind of broke the game a little bit. What the hell? But as soon as that happens, Jakoi tags back in Zekrom. So they're doing their smart thing by tagging in and out. And down goes Zekrom. Oh, but unfortunately for Dragon Ball, he's in the wrong part of town. Oh, and then another big boot to, well, this time to Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball gets out of the ring for some odd reason. Oh, well, he takes down JazawaToad, but then Dragon Ball just immediately takes him down, does Zekrom, I mean. And then another kick to the head of Dragon Ball. And Zekrom gets thrown back inside the ring. And now Dragon Ball, I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but he's trying to bait him or something. And now, wait a minute. Oh my God! An inverted suplex onto the floor, onto Zekrom. That'll definitely take the starch right out of him. However, that definitely will. But I gotta admit, that was a very, very devastating and very impressive move by Dragon Ball Z. I mean, he took the clothesline, but he got up rather quickly. Now counters Jakoi. I mean, he's definitely fighting for his life right now. And now, okay, well, he's whipped all the way over there. Oh, and then a clothesline onto Dragon Ball Z. And now thrown back in the ring. An elbow and then a leg drop onto Dragon Ball Z. I mean, of course, being that this is their first match, I would have thought that they would struggle against some top-tier competition, and that's exactly what's happening. But I'll give them credit, they're not running away. Another elbow and then another leg drop onto Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball gets a little measure of revenge against Grodus. And then a face buster onto Dragon Ball Z. And then a drop kick to the face of Dragon Ball. And now goes for the cover. One, no kick out by Dragon Ball. A back suplex onto Dragon Ball. Right now, Dragon Ball is not looking good right now. And he's got to try to find a way to slow this match down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the Dragon Buster. Dragon Buster. He calls that move the Dragon Buster. But is that enough? 1, 2. He got it. So that move that was called the Dragon Buster. And that move was just enough to beat Zekrom. But at least Zekrom, for him, Zekrom, you know, he did beat Shadow. But now we're down to Jakoi and Dragon Ball. And so far, the only person that has yet to enter this match is LPGrodus. So right now, each team has lost one person. So now it's back to a 2-on-2 match. But of course, whoever gets the next fall, whoever loses the fall, is going to put their team at a disadvantage. 1, 2, no, kick out by Jakoi. So right now we have Jakoi and LPGrodus, who have never really teamed up with each other. I mean, Grodus has never teamed up with Zekrom either, but and a couple of left hands and a right, and then taking down LPGrodus just like that. And wait a minute, what's wrong with Jakoi? I can't quite see Jakoi a little bit. Wait a minute. Oh my god, Jakoi has been busted open, and Dragon Ball is going for the Dragon Sleeper. Oh, can we focus the camera here? Okay, there we go. Dragon Ball was going for his finishing maneuver, which happens to be the Dragon Sleeper. And had LPGrodus not broken it up, it would have been over for Jakoi. And down goes Jakoi. Now Jakoi is in deep trouble now because he's the one busted open, bleeding. A back elbow. Thrown back in the ring is Dragon Ball. Elbow right to the head of Dragon Ball. And JazawaToad taking down Grodus. And JazawaToad throws Jakoi back in the ring. And Grodus and JazawaToad going to fight each other on the floor. And down goes Dragon Ball. I mean, this match has been nothing short of a war. Oh, and then a chokeslam onto LPGrodus from JazawaToad. Elbow right to the head again of Dragon Ball. Okay, now both legal participants are back inside the ring. As is JazawaToad. Okay. Thrown over the top rope again is Jakoi. And then a drop kick to Jakoi. Right now it's 2-on-2. So far, Shadow, exceeding Shadow, was eliminated by Zekrom, but then Dragon Ball Z X4 eliminated Zekrom. So that's where we stand right now. However, Jakoi is busted open. And if the Sovereign LPers are going to win their first match, they have got to take advantage of this. And now going for a $1 million dream a la Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. And finally, LPGrodus has tagged in the match. So Grodus is the freshest to be in this one, and he's going to have to go a long way because he's going to need to give Jakoi as much rest as he possibly can. And as for DBZ, he's got to tag out to JazawaToad, who hasn't been in the match since the very beginning. No, wait. Sunset flip with a pitfall. 1, 2. No, kick out by Dragon Ball Z. And of course, this is LPGrodus' first match since his last encounter against Wade Bad News Barrett. And Wade Barrett, after beating LPGrodus, what he did was he took LPGrodus' very long hair and he cut it. Like, he just cut his hair. And LPGrodus, you know, once he felt better, went to the barber shop and made sure that his hair was evened out. So it looks really nice, actually, the haircut. The haircut, I mean. But as it stands, though, LPGrodus, yeah, he's looking very, very cool tonight. And now, wait, another Dragon Buster. This time to LPGrodus. And is that 2 in a row for DBZ? 1. No, kick out by Grodus. Of course, Grodus is very fresh at this time. And Grodus, I think he might have scared him a little bit. Or that might have been a plan. I don't know. And then a spinning heel kick onto Grodus. So far this match has been intense nonetheless, but a DDT on a Grodus. And Dragon Ball Z gets back in the ring, as does Grodus. I mean, of course, Grodus and Dragon Ball are no strangers to each other. Uh-oh, but Dragon Ball, he could be signaling the end for Grodus. And another Dragon Buster. And the referee's the referee's trying to get JazawaToad out of the ring. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. So Dragon Ball has eliminated Zekrom, and now LPGrodus with that Dragon Buster. And now he's going to try to end this against Jakoi. Is that it? 1, 2. No, kick out by Jakoi. So now Jakoi is really in trouble. As if being busted open wasn't bad enough. Oh, nice pay dirt onto Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball Z has just been busted open. And is that it? 1. No, kick out by Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball, ooh, that huge left punch by to Dragon Ball, I should say, excuse me. Is that it? 1, 2, and that was enough. So Dragon Ball Z is gone. So all that's left is JazawaToad and Jakoi. They both started this match, but JazawaToad has got to be in better shape just simply by the fact that he's not bleeding. 1, 2, ooh, very close to beating JazawaToad. And Zekrom just going on adrenaline. And he's going to have to try to find a way to end this match quick, because the longer the match goes, normally it would not favor JazawaToad, but it will because, well, JazawaToad is not bleeding. So now JazawaToad, he's going to try to take his time. He's not going to rush it. He knows that he has this match won. 1, 2, no, kick out by Jakoi. Reverse swing neck breaker. RSN. Nope, rope break. So this match continues. But I'll tell you one thing. Excuse me, not Jazawa, sorry. Jakoi, he's been in this situation before where he and one other opponent have been the last two men. He's been in this position before. Let's see if he can find a way to win now that his back is against the wall. And a couple of knees right to the gut of JazawaToad, and if he had a weakness, it would be his gut. And, oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Texas Stampede. Texas Stampede. That's what he calls it. But is that it? He's going to try to center him in. All right, now he's going to go for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Yeah, Jakoi just ran out of gas as the Sovereign LPers win the match. With JazawaToad as the sole survivor. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, JazawaToad is their heavy hitter. So it only made sense to hold on to him until he was needed, and he got the job done. So JazawaToad, on behalf of his team, wins it for them. So congratulations to JazawaToad for winning the match. Big win for him. But of course, that was just one match. We still have more matches yet to come, but that was an incredible match. Stay tuned. We'll have more matches coming up right after this. But congratulations to the Sovereign LPers.